Hello there, here is your green lady Raz, better known as Demo or Demoross. Today, I'm not going to talk about anything like a recent drama, something problematic or graphic. This time, we are going to discuss something that, at least for me, is important. And I mean really important. Art, commentary, community, and mental health. Sharing my own experience in the community. So let's head straight to this. The ACC is very complex, but let's start by asking what in the hell is ACC? Art, commentary, community. ACC is a community that mixes art with commentary. It is a community where people, mostly content creators, give opinion, advances, feedback, and criticism over other people's art, such as paintings, drawings, animation, music, etc. This community is well known for different kinds of controversy that happened inside the community in the latest years. Now that we know what this community is, we should talk about the most important part of this video: art, commentary, community, content creators, and mental health. Alright, let's start saying that I'm not a mental health professional. However, I'm a person who has been around professionals since a very young age. This video is about me sharing my own experience and opinion in this wonderful and peaceful community. My interesting history started on August 9, 2024 with my first video, What is Demoross? It's a very simple video where I introduce myself and my channel to the world of art commentary, which unknowing what will happen next. I start to consume more ACC content in early 2025. Everything was normal and I continued making more content for my art commentary channel. But eventually things started to go wrong right there. My mental health started to go in a bad path eventually. Things in my personal and academic life got difficult. And I mean really difficult. As my mental health started to go down, the quality of the content also has been affected. I also post very worrisome community posts about my state. I communicated that my mental state was basically on the edge. I felt so overwhelmed and pressed to upload new videos to maintain the audience I built through the 9 months I have been posting here. At this moment, things are going pretty good. My mental health is much better thanks to therapy and taking care of myself, leaving the internet to focus more on myself and my family. Being chronically online is not really okay, and that can be really dangerous for your mental health, especially if you are a minor, because minors don't have the maturity to handle the internet alone, especially internet dramas between unstable people. That's because I'm here. After 3 months, being totally invisible to the public eye, just to come back to discuss a subject that seems like no one is interested. And that's a really bad sign, if you ask me. Let's start asking the most important question here. Why is mental health important in the art commentary community? Well, my dear friend, let me tell you why is mental health important, not only in this community but as a whole in all sense. If your mental health is not stable, guess what? You are not stable. No shit, Sherlock. Of course, you are not going to be stable if your mind isn't stable enough. The thing is, my dear friend, is the fact that this community has a strong and deep issue where content creators and the audience doesn't care enough about this matter. This topic is very important, and I think we, as a community, should discuss more about this. Every day, I always see how very, and I mean very young people join in the art commentary community. The problem is most of them end up being affected emotionally and mentally due to the fact I mentioned before they can't handle the amount of stress, harassment, and pressure they need to handle on their own. Being a commentator is not easy, especially in a community where harassment and cyberbullying are so normalized and tolerated, something that shouldn't happen in the first place. But we are talking about an internet community where everyone is anonymous and says whatever they want without any real consequences. In some cases, of course. Mental health in the ACC is important for a lot of reasons actually. This community needs to prioritize their content creators and audience well-being and give us a safe space where we can share our opinion and feedback and point of view without any fear of being harassed and bullied over it. My experience in this community was kinda nice actually. I knew pretty kind, intelligent, and empathic individuals. However, I also knew very questionable people with a clear intolerance to criticism and feedback, positive or negative. And that's another problem. Individuals who don't tolerate criticism. For example, I needed to unlist even private videos because the individuals got upset and started to report videos and channels over it. We need to educate our creators about how to take criticism and feedback from the audience and other creators because if someone doesn't make you see the mistakes you are making, how do you improve in the first place? Let's be real now. Another reason why mental health is important is, if you notice, all the controversies in this community, being the most popular at the moment Yumi Cactus and Agent 2008, formerly known as Cupidate, made me realize something. Agent and Yumi's attitude towards the situation since the beginning was interesting to say at least. This controversy between artists and creators made me realize how important respect, tolerance, and being responsible for our emotions is really important. In my opinion, I think we can avoid these kind of situations if we just sit down, breathe, analyze, and talk about it like civilized people. And no, I'm not going to analyze this controversy between these two artists because this video is not about that. Will I make a video about it? Probably not because I want to avoid problems with people related to this controversy. So, my point is, we as a community need to improve the way we interact with each other. I'm saying this like it was really easy to do since this community is very recognized for being problematic, being full of bullies and not very kind and empathic people. So, What do I propose to make a better community? Heh. Okay. Because let me tell you something, boy. There is no thing such as a completely good and nice community. We are on the internet. Here, every single person is anonymous and can do almost whatever they want. But that doesn't give you an excuse for acting like a completely asshole and hurting people's feelings and dignity over something you don't like about them in general. Being a bully on the internet doesn't make you a Sigma or a good boy or a superhero, like some people think. Feedback and criticism is not only about pointing out bad aspects and bullying people, but giving advice and valid points of why something or somebody needs to improve and be better. We are almost at the end of this video, and I wanted to do the last reflection to finish this video, which took me 4 days to make. I genuinely understand you want to make videos giving your opinion about how bad a matter is. However, let me ask you something. Is it really worth your time? The fact you are just insulting in your mic with no script how problematic a person is? Well, some people who are problematic don't deserve respect for their actions and wrongdoings. However, a commentary video should be structured in a way everyone can understand and enjoy. I know you are probably a 15 years old. You should watch this video, but okay. Influenced by big commentators inside the ACC. And honestly, I can't demand you anything at all since you are only practically a child trying to mimic your favorite content creators and artists' path in this wonderful world called art commentary. But I think you, little child, should be careful about being popular or famous on the internet at such young age. You need to prioritize your mental health and well-being over likes and views. You are still young and you have a future on your way. Don't ruin it like some people did already. You want to be an artist and make commentary? Go on, but be responsible and take care of you and your well-being. What about me? I'm going to blood art commentary videos again? Maybe, maybe not. I really enjoy making this type of videos, but I will be focusing on other things like animation memes, speed paints, etc. I hope you guys understand my decision and enjoy the new type of content I'm going to upload soon. See ya later. Bye bye. Goodbye. See you soon. All right, bye.